got it.
Got it. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
All right, first off, we want to give all honor and glory to
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM,
YAHAWASHI,
BAHASHAM,
BAHASHAM,
HAQADASH. We want to give double honor to our apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. We also say peace and blessing to the Lord's elect. All right, we're GMS Cleveland, GMS Columbus. Come back at you, Lord willing, with an edifying lesson through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI. And we were going to go open up in Titus, okay, as the title is going into showing a pattern of good works, okay. And a pattern, we think of the word pattern, you're thinking of something that's repeated, okay. So we have to repeatedly show good works to prove our sincerity to YAHAWASHI, man, for us to be worthy to be delivered. You know, we have to repeatedly show. So I got that Titus real quick. This is Titus chapter 2. And I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech, that cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. All right, so we're young men in this thing, man. All right, even you know, some older brothers are still young men. All right, but we're continuing to walk in the right direction, getting pushed in the right direction through the Spirit, through the RAWCHAA. All right, and these patterns of good works is what gonna show us that we're willing to fight through the battles that may be able to throw us off course. You know, the good works are important in this truth, man, because we don't want to bring blame to the ministry. So we have to continue to walk that pattern, continuing to have good habits. You know, you got that? Yeah, kind of.
This is Joshua chapter 24, verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve Him in sincerity and in truth.
And that takes a pattern, man. When you do something in sincerity and in truth, you put forth effort. In Ecclesiastes, it tells you if thou find it to do with all thy might. You know, but and you do something with all your might. What do? You got to consistently put in effort. You know, I'm gonna get that. You can continue. I'm gonna get the Edom online for the word consistent.
Yeah, he said, oh, I got that.
That's the spirit.
I got that, bro. I don't got the. I got some. I don't got the Edom online, but I got something for consistent. And like the scriptures say, Yahawashi said in Matthew 6 about our Father prayer, our daily bread. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of our daily bread. You know what I'm saying? It has to happen daily. You got to be consistent daily. You know what I'm saying? You eat daily. Part of eating, this truth is likened unto food. You know what I'm saying? And spiritual drink is spiritual food. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of that being consistent. You know, attending to the ministry daily. It said now for that consistency. It says consistency can help. Now this is just a regular. I typed in Google. Why is it important to stay consistent? Because that's what came to my mind when you said, what's the word?
Pattern.
Pattern.
Got it.
That's what came to my mind. With consistent. A pattern is consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Consistency can help you achieve goals, build trust, and create loyalty. Here are some other reasons why consistency is important. Then they got them categorized from discipline, trust, loyalty, confidence, and focus. I probably ain't gonna hit all of it, but I do want to read discipline. It says discipline, which disciple comes from discipline. You know what I'm saying? So the disciples were really disciplined. They were consistent in their craft, which is the work, which is the ministry. Discipline. It says consistency and discipline help create lasting change. Bro. Right. So the works we're doing now, like lesson I sent to the chat from the brother Kwara Abad out in Houston about you can stay on fire outside of just doing videos. There's other ways to stay on fire. And it says consistency and discipline help create lasting change. So it's important to stay consistent with the work because this is what's going to last. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to be proven to last. It's going to continue after this. It ain't just something we doing temporary and then the kingdom come, we stop. You know what I'm saying? This stuff, this is what the kingdom is consistent of. You know what I'm saying? The things we're doing in the ministry and for the brother in the body. It says small changes over time are more effective than drastic changes that are difficult to maintain. Discipline helps keep you focused and motivated even when faced with challenges or setbacks.
If I could say that, because why? Because this is a long game, man. You know, this is chess. You know, we don't need drastic changes, man. We're supposed to make small incremental changes until that's why it says in 2 Peter to be blameless at the coming of YAHWASHI, man. But we're not going to be blameless now. We're actively working towards that, man. So we have to put in that consistent work to better ourselves, man.
That's right. Because, like I said, the categories it broke it down to was discipline, trust, loyalty, confidence, and focus. That comes out. That they're saying that stems out of the word consistency. You know what I'm saying? We consistent to build trust between us and the Holy Spirit, between us and the Lord. That's why he said, "I won't call you servant no more. I'll call you friends."
Yeah.
Right? Because we were consistent with our relationship. It built that trust, the loyalty. The wisdom can trust you. It can sup with us at a high level, low level. It can go long. You know, that's the loyalty. We know it knows we won't give it up. You know, when they come and get us confidence, the consistency built your confidence. Now you teaching at a high level, Jake, like this. At first he was all in the back in the corner, and then it keeps you focused, man. You know what I'm saying? Sheltered from Babylon. You know, it builds that hedge around you. You got it out.
But real quick, because like you're going on word disciple, you can't be a disciple of the Lord without having discipline. It took discipline to follow YAHWASHI, man, around. They didn't eat every day. They fasted a lot. You know, they didn't have a place to lay, you know, YAHWASHI didn't have a place to lay his head. How much more the disciples, man? All right, it took a lot of chipping away, you know, to make yourself durable for the long run, man. You know, because a lot of times, like, we take for granted the small changes that we should be making, how greater and more beneficial it'll affect us in the long run, man.
Right.
That's why we fast. That's why we do certain things now, you know, because we're getting used to being lonely, not eating every day, being broke, you know, because in the long run, when the shit hits the fan, and we used to suffering, you know, maybe not having no heat.
Exactly.
You know, maybe we got to walk a couple of miles or whatever, man. You know, but it takes discipline. It always takes a starting point to get to the ending point, man. You know.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Like, that's why I said in that word discipline, consistency and discipline helps create lasting changes.
That's right.
So when the world is at chaos, Lord willing, we those men, we can stay at peace. We can stay at a consistent rate, a level. You know what I'm saying? Because why? We practice consistency, which brought a discipline. You know, about our lives, like Big Ak was saying, bro. What you got to?
And if I could say too, because that's why the scripture says, "If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first." You know, and what happens when you prove somebody? You check to see if they're consistent. You know what I'm saying? When you have a job, you got to be at work on time every day.
Right.
You know, or
the same time every day.
Same time, bro. Or it's what, you're gonna get fired, man. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to get fired. We want to show up on time, and we want to be consistent with hitting our quota every day.
Punctual.
You know, exactly. There it is, but punctual. You know what I'm saying? That because why? Because that shows that you're really serious about this, man. You know, when you're willing to make the small, because that could drag on. Constantly making small changes could get tiresome, man. Right. You know.
Oh, that was important. What you said, it could drag on, so it's gonna happen anyways. It's going to happen good or bad. Depending on what you do, it depends on what's gonna drag on later. It's gonna affect you later. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important to just be consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like Bruce Lee said, you don't fear the man that know different. I forgot how to quote.
He said, I don't fear a man who could do a thousand kicks one time, but could do one kick 1,000 times.
Exactly, exactly. The same kick. If I practice that same kick 1,000 times over and over, you fear that man. He's an expert in that one kick. He don't know no other moves. That one kick can kill you, man. You know, you got it out.
But real quick, to me, I already knew it's gonna be a long lesson. No, because the results of having discipline don't come right away.
Exactly.
Right.
You know, you gotta constantly work at to get the results that you know, the desired results that you want to achieve. You know, so it takes persistence, the consistency to keep doing push-ups to get big, keep brushing your hair to get waves, man. You know, those things are required to get results.
Exactly.
You know, and we can't quit because we don't see the results yet. You never know when that precept that you read, you know, 3 years ago, whatever, gonna come back into play, or what you read last week. If you're constantly reading, you're constantly doing the things that you need to do for the Lord. Right? Hey, everything that you read ain't gonna always come out.
Yep.
But it's in you though. Hey, you done read, you done did all this work. You know what I mean? So damn, you know. I remember. Oh, you know what? I got a precept for this, but it comes. But it comes from putting things in you, working at it. So when the desired time comes, you have it, man.
Yep.
You know, it's better to have and not need than need and don't have, man. You know.
Hey, saying in the world, stay ready, so you ain't
You
gotta
gotta-
get ready.
Come
Man.
on, man.
In order for you to stay ready, you gotta consistently be on top of your game, man. You know, just like the
No, real quick, because we know two fighters. You know what I mean? Palaya and Amar. They gotta stay in relatively fighting shape, man.
Yep.
They never know when somebody gonna call their ass out. They gotta get ready, man.
Yep.
But they stay ready though.
Mm-hmm.
You never seen them brother fat, gorging themselves on a bunch of shit that we eat. You know what I mean? They're always in our mindset of staying ready, being consistent, going to the gym, working out, working on their craft. You know.
And the elect is always is consistent for Yahawashai, man.
That's right.
Because the elect don't know when Yahawashai is coming, so they're gonna stay. They're gonna be occupied, man. They're gonna, and what occupy is a consistent action, man. You know.
Right.
Yeah. You want to bring that out, HAQADASH?
Which one? You want to grab it? Go ahead.
I just it says that.
Lift up, Bob.
All right, Joshua 24:14. It says, "Now therefore fear the Lord, Yahawah and serve Him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your father served on the other side of the flood in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord." So the other gods that they were serving, Adam. I mean, not Adam. Abraham, his father was an idol worshiper. And the Yahawah had a relationship with Adam to that covenant, and then Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That message is passed down. That's the message that he's telling you. You know what I'm saying? Put away the other gods. Serve and sincerity and truth. That's part of the Shema prayer. That's one of the things that the Lord required the most. Put it in first.
And two, nowadays, it's different levels to serving other gods, man. Your own self can be a god. You know what I'm saying? Your job can be a god. Your woman can be a god. Money can be a god. So you have to drop all those things and serve Yahawah in truth and sincerity, and then the Lord will add those things to your life, man.
Right.
Jake got their priorities switched up, man.
Yeah. It's about staying consistent with serving the Lord,
Yeah.
man. That's it. Niggas get a routine in they carnal life. Nigga wake up at the same time. He eat the same meal.
Yeah.
I mean, he eat a meal at the same time. Go to the gym at the same time. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? Those are carnal rewards. What we doing for a heavenly reward. They got a schedule with they self, but don't got a schedule with the Lord. In a sense, like, what I mean by schedule is I'm just harping on the word of being consistent. And a schedule with the Lord will be, all right, praying a certain amount of times a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and stuff like that. Like, whatever you can for the ministry. That's what I mean by schedule. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't limit the Lord. So you focus on the things with the Lord's action, and we do that every day. Jacob make everything else a priority. This is Sirach 2. I started 11. For the Lord is full of compassion and mercy, long suffering, very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. Woe be to the fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Woe unto you.
If I could say that, because why? Because when you're faint-hearted, you easily give up, man. You easily drag your feet in the mud, and making excuses. These things aren't a pattern, a habit. That's another word, a habit of good works, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to be habitual, righteous men for Yahawah, man.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Without even thinking, like, we want to be on a level where you automatically know what to do, man. It ain't no, well, damn, what I gotta. That's how you're not consistent in maybe studying or doing certain things behind it. It may be something, man. You know?
Right. You wanna have a perpetual, not perpetual, but you wanna have a residual. You want it to be residual, like happening
second nature.
Regardless, right? That's right. Right. Exactly. Always happening regardless. It says, Shalom, Makim.
Shalom.
It says, Sirach 2:14. Woe unto you that have lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit you? So that's you want.
Yeah, that's it on that.
Yeah, because if I could say, it says, woe to you that lost patience. You know what I'm saying? If the ones that lose patience are the ones that's not consistent. You know what I'm saying? When you consistent, it don't have to be big portions. You know what I'm saying? It could be small portions. The man that works out consistently every day for like an hour versus the man that's trying to squeeze everything in for 5 hours, and then next thing you know, he fall off because he burns himself out. It's about just holding to that portion that the Lord gave you and be consistent with
Well,
it.
the scripture taught, eat meat that's sufficient for you.
Exactly.
You know, so you know, like you can do 20 push-ups a day every day for a year, and you're gonna see the results of it.
Right.
You know, just as you will see doing
Exactly.
50 push-ups every 3 days or whatever, man.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
being consistent really matters to the, you know, and we'll be mindful, like, you know, being consistent. You know, like the brother said, you ain't never gonna do a lesson, but it's being consistent, being in the spirit. You know, because the more you're in the spirit, the more consistent you are about doing the work. That you're gonna do the work.
Exactly.
You know, and if you're consistent in doing other things, being worldly, we're gonna get carnal shit out of it.
Exactly.
You're gonna skip your reading, gonna skip your prayer.
Exactly.
You know, you're gonna be late for camp. You're gonna skip class.
Exactly.
You know,
That's one of the words it said that branched off from that word consistency was focus.
that's right.
It brings focus.
That's right.
You know.
The Lord tells us to meditate upon these things, and when you meditate, you're being focused. Man, you're thinking about it. Hey, thinking positive and thinking about the Lord, right? In these scriptures is being consistent, man. It's showing a pattern. Ain't nobody out here, you know, I ain't saying ain't nobody, but how many people out here are actually sitting on a good day like today and doing a lesson, man?
Exactly.
Outside.
Exactly. It's
But this is something that we always do, you know, through the spirit.
Can I read this little portion right here? Now remember, we said like some of the words that branched off from consistency was discipline, trust, loyalty, and confidence, and focus. I just want to read this little section from focus real quick. It's real quick. It says a consistent tone helps keep things on track. Right. It said right because the Lord is not the author of confusion. That's how you know He's not in the midst of everything is fucking chaos. You ain't doing something right. You ain't being consistent with something. How you do one thing is how you do everything. Something's off. And then it's affecting your ministry. Now it's affecting this. How you tend with the brothers. Now you're affecting your study. Now it's affecting this. All over the place. It says a consistent tone helps keep things on track. Right. Think about a train. If a train's off track, it's chaos. It's fire. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to be unalived. All type of shit can come from a train that's off track going 1,000 miles per hour. And that's what we are. We're going 1,000 miles per hour in Babylon. So we got to stay on track so we can get to our destination. A consistent tone helps keep things on track. When you communicate in a consistent manner, you're less likely to get sidetracked or go off on the tangents. This can help.
And what is that? Spiritual. That's Satan, man. That's Satan throwing them stumbling blocks on you, actually, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what it may be that's detrimental to you, that's what Satan's going to use, man. So we gotta consistently be diligent, man.
Yeah, because the Lord likened us to builders. We're master builders. Right here, that's a spirit, bro. That's a spirit because we're builders. Yeah. When you're building something, you gotta be consistent, bro, or the fucking building gonna fall, bro. Why you think the Lord likened His elect to pillars, man? You know, and so forth. And the foundation, He likened it to, you know, why you think the Lord was a carpenter?
Brother,
you know,
you in my head.
You know what I'm saying? And these are important things to meditate on like, wow, the Lord chose to be a carpenter. Why He talking about building and this and that? Because, bruh, He's trying to make a point. He's making emphasis on how the house is being built. It's being built with consistency, punctuality. It's being built with tender love and care. If I'm consistent with something, I'm focused on it. That's what this word is saying. It says not being sidetracked or going off on a tangent. This can help you stay focused on the topic at hand and ensure that your message is clear and concise. It's going to produce a clear message. You know what I'm saying? No matter who I talk to, if I'm talking to self or talking to brother, it's going to hit every time the same way. You got it, all right?
Yeah, kind of just quick. You had mentioned the building.
Yeah.
This is St. Luke chapter 14 and verse 28. It says, "For which of you intended to build a tower, sitteth not down first and count up the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it."
Beautiful.
It says, "Less happily."
Right, because he said when you building something, right? Like you see, like I'm kind of all dirty and stuff, because that's my line of work, and you know, bros put up on me. And what we do is, that's what we do. We build. And when you're building, like before we even start the contract, before I meet with other contractors and they sign the contract and the paperwork. Before when we get in the concept, we go through the. They ask me, I'm the painter, I'm the floor, I'm all this other shit. So I gotta go walk through the actual place where we're looking at, and I gotta look at everything before I get on a price. I gotta look at everything. So I'm counting the cost. So I'm saying I'm counting what I gotta spend, what I'm losing, what I'm gaining. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna come out of this and what is leaving. That's what the ministry. We count the cost when we're building in the house, the Lord's house. You know what I'm saying? Part of the sacrifice, everything that it comes with, man. In order to get the house built.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
No, real shit, real quick. Not real. When we read that, you're talking about unless they mock it because you can't finish it. So when when you go real hard at something, you're showing yourself that you have some discipline, but you quit.
Yep.
Now your muscle turned to fat.
Yep.
Took you 6 months, 8 months to get big. I understand. Now Jake see you and shit like, damn, what happened? I thought you going to the gym every day. So you just want to get big. You ain't want to stay big. All right, because once you stop doing what it took to get you where you at,
right,
then it becomes to get mocked, man.
Right.
You know, that's why it's important for us to like the brother said, that scripture say, I'm counting the cost, man. All right, because you don't want to be the one that, you just spent 13, 14 years of the truth, talking shit to your peoples and all the other stuff, right? Here it is, something happened now. Now you see him again, like, oh, what happened to YAHWASHI? Oh, you eating that BOT again, huh? You got a little crispy lineup for your buddy again, huh?
Right.
All because you quit. You couldn't have enough discipline to curtail, or enough discipline to continue on. And now your building is halfway done, man. Now people are mocking you, making fun of you, man.
Yeah, I got a precept. Where you
No,
read from? I know. Where you read from?
Luke 14.
Oh yeah, finish that. I got a precept to that real quick.
Luke 14 and verse 29. It says, "Lest happily, after he hath laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish."
Right, man. Because scripture talk about also, I think it sound like a man will not apply because of in the winter, right, or the cold. All right, here you are, you building the crib. All right, all through the summer and spring where it's nice, but soon the winter come, like, damn, you almost done with it.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is just garage and put down the fence. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what happened?
Well, because he may have not been consistent during that summer. Instead of
exactly.
Instead of finishing the fence, he went to
delayed.
the club.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Not being consistent to getting the job done, man. We're here to do a job.
Damn.
The brother Yabba his page is finish the mission. We're here to finish the mission, man. In order for us to finish the mission, we got to keep pushing. The Apostle Paul said to press towards the mark, man.
Yep. He didn't endure it to the end, and saying should
brother,
be
I'm holding. I was holding that.
That's the spirit.
I got something real quick. Oh no, you got. Go ahead.
No, go. I just got one to go.
Colossians 1:23. If you continue in the faith, grounded and settled, and be not moved away from the hope of the gospel which ye have heard, and which was preached to every creature which is under heaven, whereof I Paul am made a minister. So you got two. Go ahead.
It said continue.
Continue being grounded. All right. You can't. In order to continue something, you got to keep doing it.
Yeah.
All right. Like we're continuing to labor in the work of YAHWASHI.
Yeah.
Hey, what Paul said? No height, no depth, no angels.
Yeah.
Right. We'll stop. For preaching the word of the Lord. All right. So these things that happen to brothers out in the truth, that we got to continue to press on, man. And press on more. Being steadfast, being unmovable. All right, because this is the hope that people have when they see us going through these things, man. All right, when you see when you're a younger brother coming in, you see older brother goes to certain thing, like, damn, I don't know if I can go through that. Then after you get a little bit, you start going through it too. Then when you go through it, you give hope to other brothers, man.
Yep.
But hey, you can't get hope unless somebody is giving you a reason to have hope. Because they keep doing it.
Hey, the brother, I got the precept right here. I'm holding it right now. This is 1 Corinthians 3. The brother, he started at 8, so I started at 8. This is 1 Corinthians 3, and I started 8. It says, "Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one, and every man should receive his own reward according to his own labor. For we are laborers together with the Most High." It's gonna go to that word continue. that joint. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It says, ye are the Most High's husbandry, ye are the Most High's building. According to the right, we're building the house of David, man. You can't take that lightly. Like that's something light, nigga. Like on a carnal level, right now, you got a phone call to build the White House, like for the president of the United States. You gonna be like, oh shit, nigga, I got the job to build the White House for the president of the United States.
You even a call, hey, we even a call off.
Yeah. Every day.
Do no sloppy ass job.
You making sure your lines is you on your best game. That's the point. We're making sure our game is A1 with the Lord. We're building the house of David, bro. We're building the best building that can ever be built through the spirit and power of YAHWASHI, man.
Well, I believe Peter said that the building fitly framed.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So we're perfectly being placed together, man, and that takes time, man. You know what I'm saying? It takes time to make sure that the blocks are
symmetrical.
Exactly, bro.
Yep.
Exactly. Exactly, bro. You're like the three little pigs. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? He blew everybody house down except the one that was built correctly. You know, with the proper material. You know, that proper material is everything the scriptures talk about in the Corinthians and various precepts about, you know, the different offices and, you know, the things that pertain to the ministry, to get different gifts. That's the building material. You know, the gift of faith, you know, the prophesying, the Hebrew, the alms, the charity. Those are the materials.
The and all,
exactly, that we build the Lord's house with, man. It's 1 Corinthians 10 and 1 Corinthians 3 and 10. According to the grace of the Most High, which is given unto me as a wise master builder, I have laid, and that's just me, you know, a master builder is a mason, you know, we're true masons, you know. It says, I have laid the foundation, and another builder thereon, but let every man take heed how he build it thereupon. Right. Let every man take heed how he build, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't just come in these jobs, bro, and just do what I want to do. That's why they hire me, because I know what I'm doing. The Lord hired his men because they know what they're doing.
Also, too, you can't come in here and do something totally opposite of what they're doing already.
Exactly.
You know,
right? It'll mess everything else. It pushed everything backwards. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a destination when the job was gonna get done. The Lord has a destination when our job is finished. You can't just come in and do what you want to do. And then you trying to put the Lord to shame. You put him on that cross again. You trying to make us go back. Now what you saying? The Lord got to sacrifice himself.
You trying to take a shortcut?
Yeah, you trying to take a shortcut. So no, we know that's not the case. So the proper things has to be in place. So like y'all give me hot. Go ahead.
No, stay hot.
Go ahead.
Stay thirsty, my friend.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You got something to close?
I do. This is Philippians 3 and 17. Well, let me get to it. Yeah, 3 and 17. It says, brethren, be followers together of me, and mark them which walk so as ye have us for an example. All right, so how are we going to follow somebody without having something to follow? You know, if I can't, if I'm gonna follow this brother in his car, well, I gotta go the same way he's going, the same route. I'm going the same pothole under the same bridge, right? And you're going that.
It's more than this too, Zaquan, since you said that. It's definitely more.
Now you're going that word in sample, right? I want you to word is sample. It says sample. All right. Damn. Right, here you go. An example. In the technical sense, the pattern and conformity to which a thing must be made. All right. So we're walking a pattern that's already been made already. All right, we can't climb up no other way. Exactly. All right, there's one path to get to the kingdom. There's one way to go about this truth. There's one way to reach YAHWASHI, and that way is to follow YAHWASHI, and they may not follow YAHWASHI, man.
Beautiful.
All right, we can't go no other way. We wasn't taught to wear fringes to work. We weren't taught to question, you know, or to teach the virgin birth. The example that we have is the right way, the right pattern, man.
Sound doctrine.
Sound doctrine, man. And there was another one about the sound doctrine. We'll get that later, though, because talking about being steadfast in the doctrine. All right. You know, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what's the I had to precept, but no, you got it right.
All right, Con, this is finishing this out. 1 Corinthians 3 and 11. For other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Hamashiach YAHWASHI. So that's the foundation. YAHWASHI Mashiach. We build upon him. We build, you know, he's the chief cornerstone. You know, it talk about Zaquan mentioned about the sound doctrine. Well, one thing you look up, if you go into the etymology of crazy, it go the online. Go to the etymology of crazy is going to say plenty of things: broken, flawed, disease in the mind. But one thing it's going to say is unsound mind, right? So that's why the Lord, He requires to have sound doctrine. And then you look up unsound and you look up sound, and you're going to be fascinated with that because it goes into what we're talking about. It says, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it. Right? You gonna have two niggas that's creating a quilt and they required to make a pattern, and you're gonna see who took it serious versus the one that's not. You're gonna see stitches off. You're gonna see one block probably out of place than the other. You're gonna, if you put them side by side, one who knows the craft gonna clearly see the difference. Yahawashi know the craft, and he could line us all up and clearly he could point us all out what the difference is.
Right, because with a pattern, like you're trying to trace something, right? So Yahawashi is actually the pattern. So when he put brothers on that pattern, it should be exactly like Yahawashi.
Beautiful.
The paths and the walk and the outline to the beard to the little cripple on the forehead, it all should be there, man. That's the pattern. Now, you want to add like a little blush to the cheeks, or you want to add like an earring, and you know, like now you're doing extra, man. That wasn't what was laid. You see?
What the scripture says in Revelation, the 12th chapter, that the elect will follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes.
That's right.
You know?
He said,
no, just talking, you got it.
No, go ahead.
I was saying, in order for you to follow, like you said, hey, Yahawashi, he made himself a living sacrifice. And that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi, he stood in the midst of the opposition. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. You know, he withstood his temptation. Lord willing, we can continue to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? That's that pattern, man. That's that pattern of good works.
He said in his work you will do. Roughly paraphrasing. You know, that's his work. Us continuing in his work, that pattern. And it says, for the day shall declare it. 1 Corinthians 3:13, every man's work should be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. And the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he have built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. And then it goes into us knowing that we are the temple of the Lord and so forth, man. You know, because that's very important to understand, bro. That when you understand the truth, understand what's being said, it helps you actually dig into it. It helps you actually do the job. If I go to this job and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm gonna be all over the place. Like, why you cut the wall out? It's not. That's,
or even worse,
you know,
they give you the blueprint, right? Here's what I want you to do.
Right.
Then when they come back, it's like, dude, you didn't do nothing I told you to do.
Yeah, bro.
Like, what were you looking at? You got dyslexia or something? You know what I mean? Like, what's up? Are you crazy?
Crazy.
You know?
Exactly, bro. And like I said, the crazy, the etymology goes to deranged in the mind, man. Sickly, broken, flawed, cracked. That's what the scriptures say. Broken cisterns can hold no water. But you got it, right?
And that's what we're trying to do the opposite of, man. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to have good habits. You know, righteous habits. I got a quick precept. This is St. Luke chapter 9, and I'm just getting to the point. Verse 62. It says, "And Yahawashi said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High Yahweh." You see? So when you start to work, what do you do? You continue to work, man, until the job is finished. You know, the scriptures say that that we have entered into other men's labor.
Hey, there the brother just quoted Shabbat 12.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
It's Shabbat 12. Thawada I can tell you too. All right, it says Shabbat 12, John 4 and 36. That's right. And he that reapeth receiveth wages and gathereth fruit unto life eternal. But both he that soweth and he that reapeth and rejoice together, right, man? Somebody put in that work, and the result, hey, we all want to get fed out the fruit of our labor. Whether I plant it or harvest it, and we both want to get paid for our work.
Exactly.
You see?
And that's part of being consistent. You know, you're not going to plant seed and then when the harvest is coming, you're not going to reap it, man. You know, that's not complete. That's not completing the job, man. That's not being consistent with being a husbandman.
Yeah, which brings death. Now
Yeah.
everybody dies.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know why you got food to eat,
Yep,
or and so forth, bro. Like that's why we gotta complete the job so that we can live, so that the house can live, that that the things of the heavenly things can continue. We gotta complete the job so the heavenly things can continue, man.
Yep.
You got it out.
This is 37. It says, herein is that same true, one soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that wherein ye bestow no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. You know, so the Lord gave us a job to harvest without even doing the work. Somebody else did the work already.
Yep.
You see? And our job is to come in there and clean up and finish the work, man. All right, but guess what? We all reap the same way. The Lord taught us how to reap. He told us how to sow in the plant and the water and the fish. You see? All right. It's already been we're just waiting for the reaping of the benefits of the glory that's gonna come with us being husbandmen, man. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't have like when the apostles, they didn't have all this YouTube and all that, man.
That's what I was about to say too. Yeah.
You know?
They did all the heavy lifting for us.
Come on, man.
You know, and this is the yoke of YAHWASHI being easy.
Yep.
You know, and his burden being easy.
Yep.
You know, and this is how the elect are able to be consistent because of the mercy that the Lord has given us by sending YAHWASHI to make this walk easy, so that we can be consistent and we have an advocate when we do fall. You know, to continue on, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
But you got something up?
Yeah, Zaquan called for something. I got something.
That 1 Corinthians 15 you want.
Yep.
It's 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. So be steadfast, that means unmovable. Like Colossians 2:7 say, being rooted in the word. For Hamashiach's sake. You know what I'm saying? Abounding, that means expounded. That means that faith of a mustard seed. You know what I'm saying? In the book of Ezekiel, talks about that water starting at the feet. And to the point where you had to swim, that's that knowledge increasing.
Yeah.
Like the scripture said it would. And it says, for as much as you know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. Right. Or this, the scripture say, YAHWASHI is bound by his word. It said, the inheritance, you know, it said, I prepare a place for you.
That's right, man, because I'm being steadfast and unmovable. I show consistency, man. It's always going and not being shaken by what comes up on the side of you, what? You know, because the Lord sees how rough it is for brothers, and see what brothers going through, because we're going through the same thing our forefathers went through, man. Did they not get a reward? You see?
Yeah.
Like we're following their pattern. Lord, when we're those men, that we're gonna get the same reward, man. It's not in vain.
And that goes back to what the brother was reading in Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter. You know, but continuing down, it talked about whoever trusted in the Lord was found.
That's right.
You know, we saw that the Lord gave us the examples of men that continued in the faith, continued in the doctrine. You know, that's why the Apostle Paul said to be a good soldier for YAHWASHI, because it could be some things that could deter you, man. But the consistency that what we do overcomes that, man, through the power of YAHWASHI, man. Okay, by being a willing servant, man, and a humble and being able to realize that we need to go through these certain things in order for us to overcome. You know.
Yeah, I just got a precept real quick for you. These are some examples of like having good works. This is Galatians 5, started at 16. This I say then, walk in the spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusts against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary to one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that you would. But if you be led of the spirit, you are not under the law. Right? So, you know, there's a difference between the flesh and the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So it's important, like we've been saying this whole time, is to show a pattern of consistent works. You know what I'm saying? We're in the flesh, of course, a just man falls 7 times, but he get back up. The point is that he get back up. Meaning what? He's able to get back up because he's consistent. They talk about that in Sirach 35 or 34 about a man who traveled much, is full of experience and it's prudence. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he says one that don't travel enough or a little, nor one that hasn't traveled as much, nor little. You know what I'm saying? So us walking in the spirit constantly, that's all that matters. Consistency, whether small or great, whatever the portion the Lord gave you.
But they don't store a quote, right?
Huh?
Yeah, a store cook, and that's something like they probably not probably, but it's good. It's good because a lot of it comes from the spirit of the spiritual. But they had one store cook, a guy who said maybe it really is to somebody. He said, "Don't let nobody shame you about your progress as long as you don't stop." You know. All right, so progress ain't gonna always be quick and fast and easy to see. But as long as you don't stop making progress, it's gonna be evident that you've been doing. You just don't get big overnight.
Yeah.
Sucker, go ahead.
No, it's like it's a kind of that's beautiful because relating to my work, I'm a slow. I'm real detailed, so I'm a little slower than my father. He's been experienced, but it proves the point. Like I'm staying at it and consistent with the work, and you would never know I was as slower than I was. Like just coming in and seeing the results.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
That's it.
It's the results, the reward at the end. It don't matter how it said slow or fast. It said the race is not given to the swift. You know what I'm saying? The turtle wins the race and so forth.
It's crazy because we was over the other day. Me and Kazak was up. Remember?
Yep.
It didn't look like that.
Yep.
It didn't look like that. Nowhere near. You know, that was what, last week maybe, right?
Yep.
You know, so in 7 days, 8 days, like I don't know how you were working. To me, that's some good quality work there.
Yeah.
And that took, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have come, I wouldn't know.
Yep.
You know?
But that's all that matters is the results.
The results.
That's what I asked for. That's what the Lord is asking. Is it what I asked for? I don't care how long it took, how fast you did it. Some brothers quick longer, some brothers slow learners. It don't matter. Did you do what I asked?
Right.
Galatians 5:19. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such alike, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in times past, that they which do these things should not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. But the fruits of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law, and they that are Hamashiachs have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. You see, those are good works. Those are examples of good works, and let us continue in those things. This is how, I mean, it's not ordained, but this is things that the elect will be doing. This is how they're going to get be the first fruits, and make their calling and election sure, man, by the fruits of the Spirit, man. You know, go ahead. You ain't just a brother sometimes, you a brother all the time.
Exactly. Go ahead. I could add, you go into the word habit, it basically is a reflection of your mindset. The things that you do, that's what's on your mind. So if you're constantly meditating on the scripture, like Joshua 1:8 says, then you have good success. And if you're not doing that, you will give it to the things that ultimately lead to death. Because that's what flesh leads to. Because that's what the wages of the sin is.
Exactly.
Everything we say we justify with a precept, because the precepts lead to success. That's what King David says. What the scripture says, you know what I'm saying?
It tell you that in Proverbs, what you said about it says, as a man thinketh, so is he. You know, Yahawashi said it too, because he was Solomon. He is Solomon, right? He said, it not goes what goes into a man, what comes out of him, that defiles him. Because ultimately, what you think is what you are. You know, if you, so that's why we constantly meditate on the good things, on the heavenly things, on righteous things. So when you see it, that's what our display is, our image and character is. That's being consistent. You know what I'm saying? You can see a brother and see a glow on him, like, oh, that brother's being consistent in his private. It's just him and the Lord. No brothers around. He's praying. He's doing it. He's studying. You can tell. You can tell. It's evident, bro. You know what I'm saying? You hit the line. You're like, God damn, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He bring stuff he never brought out before.
Exactly.
You're on a whole nother level.
Exactly.
He's abounding, man.
Exactly.
We're gonna close it up.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse. I'm gonna start at verse 14, but the point is verse 16. It says, "Neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the laying on the hands of the presbytery." And the word presbytery goes back to elder or church leader. All right, so neglect not the gift, man. What do you do when you neglect something? You don't put forth action to what you have, man. You know what I'm saying? So we don't neglect the gift that the Lord has given us. It says, "Meditate upon these things, give thyself wholly unto them, that thy profiting may appear to all." Okay, that's the whole congregation of Israel, man. You know, the pattern or habits of good works. What's gonna happen? Jake gonna look at you. They're gonna notice the countenance on you and be like, "Damn, what is he doing?" You know? You want to say something, Quan?
It's kind of like alms, right? You're reading, all right. Then when you go teach, you're giving out alms, right? So what you do, what you give, he can reward you openly.
Yep.
The part of you being rewarded openly, people seeing what you've been given. What you've been given, you've been given a calling and all this to make your call election sure. You've been sacrificing. You've been changing your diet. Oh, you said you want to lose weight. I can see because you know, whatever you've been doing, I can tell you ain't doing the same thing. Well, the pattern you're going on now is showing, all right, it's showing a pattern of what you desired to achieve.
Yeah, kind of.
You know?
It's just one more verse. Verse 16, 1 Timothy 4 and verse 16, it says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine. And what? And continue in them. You see, continue, man. It says, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee.
Right.
You know? So that's what we're supposed to be continuing, man. That's an action word. Continuing is something that doesn't stop, man. You know? But you got to.
My perfect precept, it's the perfect precept.
You want to close it down?
Yep.
Can I get one more?
Oh, go ahead.
Just one more.
Yeah, come on. Want to go first? Or?
Yeah, because the brother, you closing with that, he posted Hebrews 6 and 10.
Okay.
It says, for the Most High is not righteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed towards his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope unto the end.
The same diligence, which is the pattern.
Yes.
All right. If we're showing the same diligence, we got Paul, right? No, that's Hebrew. Yeah, Paul, right? So look, if we're saying showing the same diligence as Paul writing to the Hebrews, right? What is that? I don't know what church this is. Anyway,
is that's not Italy.
But point being, who he's talking to, he's showing, he's telling them, right, to follow. You know what I mean? To follow. It says what? It says not to forget your labor. No, what's that?
11, verse 11. Right there.
Right. To show the same diligence.
Yeah.
Don't we take note of our teachers? Don't we take note of our elders? And don't we like we ain't got 100 books, but we still read, and they still tell us to read. We're reading articles and little things here and there. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the same diligence that the elders, the apostles showed. We're showing too, man. Yep. They learn from us too.
Yep.
You know,
the day and night, the studying, night and day. You know, that's diligence.
Yep.
You know, Jay got off this.
That's why Kadash, you have quoted that in Matthew 24. Those that endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
Yeah.
You know, enduring is part of being consistent also, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It says we gotta close out, but let me. It says Hebrews 6:11, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to the full assurance of hope until the end. You know, until the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises.
Follow, man.
Yeah.
You know,
it says slothful. Go ahead.
I got one. Oh.
No, you got it, Juan. You got it.
You sure?
Yeah.
We can end it right now.
Yeah, we can.
Okay. It's Sirach 11 and 20. It said, "Be steadfast in thy covenant, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work, man." So you got to work steadfast in the covenant. Got to work conversing. When you're talking, we're always talking something spiritual, and wax old in our work, man. How you gonna wax old in your work if you quitting? All right. Quitters don't win and winners don't quit, man. You know.
Yeah, and it said wax old in thy work.
Come on, man.
You know that's when an old man is considered wise.
Come on, man.
You know, so if we wax old in this work, bro, we're gonna be looked at as wise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what in the scripture tell you.
A wise master builder.
There you go. and tell you in Wisdom of Solomon 9 that it says they were saved through wisdom. So Lord willing, we can be considered some of those wise ones, those elects, you know, that built their house on a rock, on solid foundation, which is YAHWASHI Mashiach. You got it.
Kind. So Lord willing, us was edifying. We want to give all honor, glory, and infinite worship to
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI,
BAHASHAM,
HAQADASH. We'll give double honor to our apostles, elders, Bishop Great Millstone, who rule well. Till next time we say, Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.